We do everybody. This is Courtney, and I'm here to talk to y'all about NightFlyers, new series on SYFY that premiered last night. It's based off of, the man that gave us Game of Thrones, based off a novella from him, George R. Martin, and all that. Okay, listen, I have tried to record for this motherfucker so many times, y'all. Just wouldn't work. Each time was trash. So I'm past up to here with it. I'm just gonna go and just go and just go. I'm just gonna ramble on and we're gonna get through it and all that stuff. Okay, you hear me? Alright. So, NightFlyers. How it came to be. George R. Martin, at the end of the first episode, they do kind of like a behind the scenes kind of thing, and they have homeboy there, and he basically said he read somewhere that basically said that horror and sci-fi can't mingle or cohabitate the same motherfucking space. That's what I'm guessing, but as we all know, that's a bunch of bull. It's a bunch of fucking shit because we got aliens. What is aliens? Aliens ain't nothing but sci-fi and fucking horror. Really, aliens is almost kind of like cosmic horror, whatever. If you want to go there, But he, Mr. Martin said that was like a challenge. He said, "Oh, really? You think so? Okay, I could prove it to you, but I can tell you." So that's how NightFlyers came. So it's basically, what if the spaceship was a haunted house? And just think, you in space, you're in a spaceship, all kind of bullshit happen. Ain't like you could jump out that motherfucker and run home. You can't because you're in space. So that's basically how he came up with, NightFlyers and stuff. So I got my notes, and we're gonna see if we're gonna get through it. My first impressions on this show, I fucking love it. I like it. It's good. It's straight to me. Some people talking about that the first episode just threw a whole lot of shit at you and all that stuff, and I could see where they might come to that fucking conclusion, cause it's like this, and it's a whole lot of shit, and the timeline within the first episode, you get confused. I ain't gonna lie, I got confused a couple of times till I figured out, what was what. So, if you don't like blood, all I can tell you, don't fucking watch. If certain things trigger you, don't watch. If you want to know more about it, hit up folks who do reviews or recaps and everything, and we be our best to tell you what the hell is going on. But if you are looking for a show, if you have been missing some good old horror with your spaceships and your outer space explorations and all that stuff, I say give this show a go. Give this show a chance. Now, it's folks, I was reading somewhere, it was folks talking about, they were pissed. They say, hold up, y'all got rid of Expanse and gave us this shit, and I'm just not finding out that Expanse got motherfucking canceled, but kind of find out Expanse done left and moved over to Amazon Prime. So we good. So we are good. SYFY tends to, get rid of their shows, especially if the shows are good. But, whatever. So this first episode, in my opinion, like I said, I did enjoy it. It was good. I loved it. I liked it and all that. But, after we done figured out who the big bad is, per se, because we don't know if he's the true big bad in this motherfucker, I was like, well, what else you could show us? What else gonna go down? What else gonna pop off? And all that. So, but we gonna see, y'all. We gonna see. All right, y'all ready? Let's get to it, shall we? Okay. First episode is called All That Is Left Behind. We gonna start off with There's this woman, blonde, short, pixie cut and everything. Her name is Agatha. As we figure out who she is through the series, her name is Agatha. Agatha is running for her life. Well, she is floating for her life. She is trying to get to this room. Could we call it med bay? I guess it is the medic room, whatever. And she got this recorder, and she's on the recorder, basically saying this is not a distress call. This is a warning. For those who get this message, do not come to the NightFlyer. And also do not let NightFlyer hit Earth's orbit. So before she got a chance to finish her motherfucking message, you hear whistling in the background. It's the killer. So she's trying to hide somewhere and all this stuff. And she hides it up on this table and all that stuff. And, you know, trying to move shit around her and all that. You know, try to make herself seem as small as she can. And so you see the killer. He got an axe. And I ain't gonna lie. This whole scene reminds me of The Shining. When Jack hems his wife up in that bathroom. And so, you know, he checks the room and he leaves. She thinks he leaves. So she gets out from under the table, finishes her motherfucking message, and she go get this bio waste canister or whatever. And while she's trying to open it, the top is heavy and makes noise. So she got to hurry up because she already knows she been found out. So she chunks that motherfucker, chunks the recorder up in the canister, close it up, and puts it in the bio waste disposal chute and all that stuff. And while she's trying to do that, there go a axe come through the motherfucking wall. And off the side of it, you see homeboy say, "Hey," like that. And that right there, you know, it had me thinking about Shining. So she starts to fight him. And he drags her. In some kind of way, she got a hold to this spike or whatever. And she jabs it in his fucking leg and turns it and make his ass fall to the floor. So that gives her a chance to get up and push the button so the bio waste could head out into space or whatever, because that's how they get rid of everything. Now, mind you, before the scene, you know, start getting real good, you see outside, you see trees, you see pieces of the ship just percolating all in space and all that. The ship is in ruins. And so, wow, homeboy is getting that spike out of his damn leg. And she's looking out this, you know, out the window, seeing space. And you can see the canister with the blue light on top of it, blink, 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 and it's going into the needle. She pulls this saw. And I'm like, okay, so what you finna do, girl? You finna motherfucker chop them up? Now, she looks out, slices her own throat, and falls. And I'm like this. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that. I kind of expected that. Let you know, if you thinking Event Horizon when it comes to this, that's a very good guess. Okay, it gives me Event Horizon a whole lot. Okay, so mind you, guess what? That was 6 months into the future. We come to no, that's 6 months in the future. Okay, this is where the timeline trips me up. That is not a flashback. That's a flash forward. So we come present time, Wade is trying to tell us. And here you see this dude, his name called McBrangan, whatever the hell. He's a scientist. It shows him getting somewhere, try to pull up into his house. And there's these guards, and they scan him, and they ask him, do you have any sores, cuts, or whatever? He said no, and they check and see he clean, and he goes into his house. His wife is there. And his wife, you know, he basically tells his wife that, you know, wherever he was at trying to get funding for this project that's going on, he basically got laughed out the motherfucking room. And so, but he did get a ray of hope. Got a call from this dude, Roy Ayers. He's a captain. But I wonder if he's more than a captain. Is he like a billionaire or some shit or whatever? Cause I'm just wondering. And so, you know, he basically said, you know, they checked out his stats, his calculations, his paperwork and all that stuff, and they said they could, you know, they two could work together and figure out something to help whatever the fuck is going on. And so the wife is like, okay, all right, okay. And the bad part about it is he gonna be gone for 2 years. And wife is like, hold the fuck up. I don't know. You know, she said, what we gonna tell her? Talking about their kid, their daughter. And so let's just say Earth as it net right now is under siege from a plague. A plague, a fucking disease that is wiping out populations and all that. And so they found out there is intelligent life out in space. And so basically what Carl is like, if we could talk to them, get in contact with them, then maybe they could help us with what's going on Earth. And so, you know, the wife, she feels some kind of way. She got doubts and all that stuff. And I can understand, hell, you got doubts your man gonna be gone for 2 years in space, bitch. So I can totally understand that. And so the daughter shows up. She's woke. He goes to put her, puts her to sleep. Gets in the bed with her. They talk and all that stuff. And, the little girl, she got her friendship bracelet. And she talking about, here, take this daddy and you could get to the aliens and everything. Talking about we friends and shit. And he said, okay. And then the girl pauses, right? And she like, and then it shows data disrupted, whatever. I'm looking like, what the hell? And you see him, he like, what's going on? Next thing you know, he's in this room, this padded room. Basically, he is reliving memories from his past. So, in big block letters at 2000, 2019. 2093, my bad, 2093. That's the year. And so, you hear a voice over the intercom talking about, so and so, we got visitors and yada yada yada. And so he leaves. I'm gonna tell you about the special effects. I really like what you're gonna probably hear me call the memory room. And basically, like, when he's looking, like his eyes are closed, it be the beams of a small light shoot out and all that stuff. I like that. That's cute. So they on the ship NightFlyer. That's the name of the ship. And it's 2 sets of crews. There's the main ship crew. That's basically under Captain Aris. And there's this other crew. That's basically is Carl's crew. That's his crew. He has 2 black girls on there. One, I'm going to say she talks to the computers and all that stuff. Got another chick who was engineered to basically handle life in space. So, has she ever been on Earth? I'm not for sure. But the way it's talking that she just been in space her whole fucking life. And so we got a xenobiologist. That's Rowan. Rowan was the dude from the opening scene that had that ex. Who else? We see Agatha. Agatha was the blonde chick from the opening scene and all that stuff. And with Agatha, she brings along a special guest. A guest that the main crew don't like. With good reason. So, let's see what notes we got. Okay. So, Agatha shows up and all that stuff. And there's in this room with, their crew and all that stuff. As you can see, when Agatha shows up, Agatha eyes meet with Carl's eyes, and it's some history. It's some chemistry or whatever. I sees it. Mel show sees it because Mel looking like, what's going on here? And Mel goes and introduces herself and yada yada yada. And everybody introduced themselves and all that stuff. And I'm looking at Carl like, brother, you got a wife, a whole ass wife at home. Don't do it. Don't do it. Agatha is a fucking psychiatrist, and she deals with L1s. This is what they call L1s. They are telepaths. And basically, regular ass humans, don't fuck with them. Telepaths, the L1s, have got a bad rap because they are violent and they are hostile. So she brought one called Thale, Thale. And Carl, he's trying to be the buffer between the L1 and the captain, the people on the ship, because with his research, he shows that they call it tiki. What they call it? Tiki vibes or whatever. Is basically they vibrations, their mental vibrations are just like the Volcrons. The Volcrons, if I'm saying that right, Volcrons, them the aliens that they don't figured out they done had contact with and all that stuff. So they saying being that they can't understand the aliens' language, they best bet is the L1s, because the L1s vibes run along is they're near identical to the aliens. So they need them L1s like that. So they bring it in Dale. Now, I'm gonna let you know, soon as Dale gets on that goddamn ship, everything goes to hell. And I'm gonna let you know now, I can't stand Agatha because she worked my nerve. Agatha, excuse me, she just like, y'all done seen them before. Y'all probably done met them in real life, but you see on no TV show or movies, is that one mother who has that demon spawn of a kid, and she just oblivious that her kid is the second coming of the motherfucking Satan. And that and that little demon ass, bad seed ass kid that did everything and known the world of God, and you know he up to all kind of bullshit, and you trying to tell the mama, but the mama saying my child would never do that. My child would never do that. That is just he ain't capable of that. He ain't capable. That's Agatha. And she worked my fucking nerves on this first episode alone. I done got tired of her so damn quick. And so that's the thing. So when they go and basically secure Dale on the ship, there's already some bullshit already. So the ship security team and all that stuff, they there. The head of security dude is this big tall dude and everything with bald head and all that. And he basically said, listen, the captain want this L on the ship. The motherfucker finna be on the ship. His crew feel some kind of way like, we can't have this motherfucker on this ship. But, you know, it gotta be done. So, when it happens, Carl, Mel, and Agatha, they show up. They getting ready. They there to see the process. And so when Big Dude comes to the pod that they got homeboy in, now, mind you, you gonna hear Agatha say through this episode, he's suppressed. Talking about Thale. He's suppressed. He's suppressed. That nigga ain't suppressed. He's not suppressed. So when the head of security go to the pod and look in, they'll turn around, look at him, and those with hunger try to cause psychic feedback, and basically knocks the head security across the goddamn floor and all that stuff. And I like how they show him using his power. It's just basically you look at his eyes and you see purple and orange and gold within his irises and all this stuff, and it shows the person right there, and it look like he's front of this big old sunburst and all that stuff. And once that happens, they'll start fucking shit up. And so yeah, that what happens and all that. So they get them secure and all that, and yada. And so let's see what else. Lunchroom. There's so much shit happening. Okay. So, basically the NightFlyers were what I'm gonna call a colony ship. The ship was built and made to go to different planets and start up colonies. The ship has its own garden. It's like in the biodomes, whatever. It basically got everything you need to, if you want to go somewhere and start your own civilization and all that stuff. And so Carl, like, he was able to talk to the captain and negotiate some time. Basically said if they'll act like he got some damn sense, he could spend 2 hours a week in the bathroom, with the plants and the trees and all that stuff like that. And while there, this is when we see Rowan. We see Rowan when they first met. Rowan shows up and all that stuff, and he's there, and he talks and all that. So they go to the, I'm going to say lunchroom, because I forgot what you call a lunchroom up on the ship. They go in the lunchroom. They trying to eat and all that stuff. Pops in a dude named Murphy. He's part of the captain's crew. And he basically confronts Carl, talking about, you got a fucking L1 on her, like that. And L1s, he said they freaks, they killers, they this, they that, and all kind of shit. And Carl, he stands up and gives this speech and all that, basically talking about, we need them. And what he says the Voltron got this source of energy that is light years from what Earth would ever motherfucking be able to think of. And whatever that energy is, they could use it and save their home. Now, I guess whatever that source of energy or fuel, whatever, it probably can be used to cure the disease that's basically ravaging the Earth and all that stuff like that. So that happens. Now you're going to see these little cameras and all the stuff. That's the captain looking through everywhere. And so I guess the captain right-hand man, this bald head white dude, walks up, pulls Murphy to the side and everything. And basically he hears something through his ear and basically said, listen, the captain said, if you want to dip, you want to go, he will honor your coward's contract. But you better get the fuck out of here before it's time for them to leave Earth's orbit. Like that. And so, that's what happens. And so, Carl's crew shows up, comes to the bridge, and all that stuff. And, let me tell you something about Mel, bitch. Mel is a motherfucking goddess whore. You hear me? That bitch so fucking pretty. That beautiful woman, so goddamn gorgeous. Y'all, chocolate ain't even a motherfucking word. Motherfucking... She exudes confidence. I bet she exudes confidence, and it comes off of her like pheromones. Oh, you hear me? She is so motherfucking bad. She is so motherfucking bad, girl. Yes, I fucking love her. And so she just, this is right up her alley. She was basically made for this, to be in space and all of that, right? And so, everybody's getting ready to get suited in. They sit in their chair, and Mel, Miss Peacock, I don't know if I'm going to call her Miss Peacock or whatever, she just struts across the front of the goddamn bridge and just looks out, right? And then you see the captain chair is empty. And here comes the captain. Listen, y'all, when I first see the captain, I said, oh my God, the captain is chocolate. And his eyebrows are everything. Y'all, his eyebrows, I envied the fuck out his goddamn eyebrows, y'all. Y'all hear me? Wait a minute. I said, is that velvet he got on? Homeboy got on velvet. Yes. Bruh, listen, Captain Aries, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, bruh. That motherfucker gorgeous. Put him and Mel together and let it be known, bro. But listen, you do not see the captain on the ship physically. The only thing you see is a hologram of his ass. And that's why everybody have you seen the captain? Was you close enough to him that you actually smell his breath? Was you actually close to him that you could probably hear, if he mess with something like that? Don't nobody see him physically. They only see a hologram. So But what I'm thinking is the captain is the ship. I think he's the ship. That's what I'm thinking. Or whatever. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably wrong. But that's what I'm thinking. So, everybody get ready. They sit down and all that stuff. And as soon as they get ready to leave Earth's orbit, shit pop off. They thrusters start malfunctioning. One right after the other. And all that stuff. And so, Murphy is the same mud that confronted Carl up in the cafeteria or whatever. He said he finna go and see what's wrong. So basically gonna have to switch everything to manual. And so while he's doing that, he floating right, and he goes to the center console and he's trying to fix it. And then when every time, like when one of the thrusters basically stop working, homeboy goes like this, hits the console. And so he just steadily going up and down like a fucking yo-yo, right? So when he finally able to get the get everything working on the manual or whatnot. And basically the ship looked like it's about to do a free fall into Earth's orbit. So, they fucked. And so when he's able to get everything in working order, he falls against the console, right? And all the glass shards and everything that was floating in the air basically falls up on his ass. It scares his ass fucking shit up and all that stuff. And that fucking happens. And so when that happens and all that stuff, it's word around them, whisperers and motherfuckers already feel some kind of way, being that they got this L1 on the ship. So they thinking that Thale got something to do with the ship acting up, because apparently that shit ain't never happened before Thale got on there. And like I told you again, Agatha, who worked my nerves, she doing that whole oblivious mama shit. And so let's see. So there's security watching Thale's what I'm gonna call his prison pod. And it's the big dude and it's the smaller cat. So they start hearing noises and all that stuff around up in Thale's cube. And so the smaller one goes and checks and everything, and basically he sees somebody hanging. He thinking it's Dale done hung himself up in the motherfucking cube, till that body swings around and homeboy is looking at himself. So he spazzes, and Dale shows up, start talking shit, and next thing you know, Dale fucks with the dude and basically had the dude feel like he is actually choking, like he's actually hanging himself. And so he spazzes out. Big boy goes, grabs him, calls Dale a monster, and Dale clocks Big Boy T, talking about, you the one that like to wear your mama's drawers and everything. He said, but you pick some pretty ones so it fits you and shit like that. I said, you ain't have to do that shit. And so that what happens. And so Carl is trying to tell Agatha, you need to get your boy in check and all this stuff, because it's folks talking. They thinking your boy has something to do with the malfunction at the launch and all that stuff. And so she's there, she's in her doctor outfit or whatever. She's getting ready to suppress Thale. And so, she's still talking about, the whole oblivious mom shit. And so she goes to his pod, Thale's pod. And Thale, he sends, shows visions to her, and they basically her butt ass booty naked up in the shower and all that stuff. And she reprimands him and talking about, do my thoughts, you ain't got no business, stop being a childish ass boy, yada yada this, yada yada that, and all that stuff. So, she goes in, they talk, she asks him questions, he fucks with her and all that stuff. He fucks with her, but I feel like he does have some respect for her. You know what I'm saying? He got some respect for her. So she's able to knock him out, and he looks at her, he said, oh, I feel different, you up the dosage and all this stuff. She talking about trust got to be earned and all that stuff, what the fuck ever. And So he knocks out. Now while Carl walking to the ship, Carl start hearing his daughter. He hears his daughter on the ship. Talking about, let's play hide go seek or peekaboo or something. Now, and that like, that sets him on edge. So we go to see Lumi. Lumi, she's a cutie. She's light skinned and she giving that androgynous shit. You know what I'm saying? And her thing is, I guess she got modified. She got body modifications and all this stuff. She talks to the computer. So she looks through the AI system and she can't find any source with what happened for the launch. So they don't know what happened. And but she also finds out, she see that the Volcron ship is basically moving further and further closer to the void. And so with that basically adds 5 extra months to their voyage and all that stuff like that. And so homeboy Carl tells Lumi to erase the data. That's just between him, Mel, and Lumi. Don't tell nobody else. Like that. Alright, so she does that. Okay, so Carl in his room and he's talking to his wife. And he tells her he missed Sky. And Sky been on his mind. This is when, you can put two together to figure out that the baby is gone. His daughter is gone. His daughter, a victim of the disease that's basically ravaging Earth or shit like that. And so he tells her that Agatha is on the goddamn ship. And the wife feels some kind of way about that. And that's when you realize, So it's more than just friends with y'all motherfuckers. It's more than just friends. The wife feels some kind of way. She know what's up. And so while he's talking to her, you can see like her image in the motherfucking video. It becomes pixelated, more pixelated, and it starts shifting. It look like a fucking skull or some shit. And it look like her face is melting and all that. So let's see, what's that? That's it. It's the first page. Okay, so he leaves and he sees his kid again. Remember I said he keeps seeing his daughter in the ship, right? And so Agatha, she done took sketches from Dale's prison pod or whatever, and she looking at it, and some of the sketches look like got monsters on it, and one of the sketch got this little girl on it, that's Carl's daughter, and another sketch got her naked and all that stuff, cause that boy probably ain't had pussy forever. But anyway, so Carl asked her, tell her you better get that motherfucker under control and all that stuff. Talking about he's seizing his kid and all that stuff. And Agatha doing the same old oblivious mama shit. She got my goddamn nerves. Mel starts running. Mel is running. She runs the ship and all that stuff. Remember, she is engineered and all that stuff. Bioengineered. She's faster, stronger, and all that shit. So she goes into this room. They got weights and it got these two tubes full of water. And I'm guessing she exercises, breathing underwater or something dealing with oxygen or whatever. Cause I guess oxygen intake is different in this space or whatnot. And so she looks up to the camera and she said, Captain Harris, you there? And basically she said, I know you're watching me and stuff like that. And she is teasing, taunting the captain, which I would too, bitch, because that motherfucker gorgeous. And so, she's like, you watch me, so you watch me take a shower and all that stuff. And she is stripping in front of this motherfucker. And all that stuff. She trying to seduce him. And it's kind of working, right? Because Captain, he like, But let me tell you how the captain clocked her, though. He got her a little bit. He said he see flesh all the time. He said he could see flesh whenever he want to. But he said it's a difference between I want to see intimacy and all that stuff. What he said, he want to see intimacy, a glimpse of somebody's soul. And that caught her off guard a little bit. And she turned around, she said, so that's why you watch me like that. But he ain't there no more. So she strips to get ready, gets in one of them tubes, right? And she got one of them oxygen masks on. Now, while she's in there, she gets attacked. The other tube that's across from her, you start seeing this orange shit, right? Start formulating up in there. And it shows on her tube, you know, the oxygen levels. So you start seeing the oxygen levels slowly motherfucking decreasing. And then you start seeing flashes of Thea drawing mail, sketching mail. And you see Lumi, she's in her chair looking, and she is watching mail, and she see that her oxygen is going down. So Lumi is trying her best to fix it, but she can't. So what is it? During that same time, it's like 3 scenes going on at once. Carl is talking to Rowan. You know, I'm going to call him plant doctor. And basically, he's a pessimist and all that stuff. And, you know, Rowan sees humans as motherfucking bacteria, as a virus. He said, basically, humans are a virus that basically destroyed the earth. He said, what the hell you think them aliens how you think them aliens gonna perceive us when they see us? They gonna see us as the same way I see us, fucking disease. And the only way to do it is to eradicate them. And Carl was like, well, why you on here if you feel that way? He said, because I want to see how these some bitches look. I always want to know how aliens look. If they're gonna be little green men or whatever. But yeah, that's how he acted. So it looked like Mel done died up in the tank, right? Beside her, in the other tank, you see intestines, pieces of flesh, couple of arms. You see Mel's head, cut off head. And so Lumi, she runs. She basically disconnects herself and runs in there and try to save Mel and all that stuff. And she basically try to wake her up and all that stuff. Camille done basically damn near fell unconscious. So she was able to get her out of there. Thank the Lord. She was able to get her out of there. So we see Dale, right? Dale is in the garden with Agatha. And, you know, he barefoot. And, you know, he tells her that, you know, he hears voices. He hears the trees. He hears the plants. And he hears the bees. And I had to cackle a little bit talking about he hears the plants. Because, okay, you know, that shit going on with vegans and meat eaters and all that stuff. And, you know, meat eaters, they be coming toward them. Because, you know, some vegans, they are brutal. They are motherfucking harsh. They'll come and tell you ain't nothing but a piece of shit if you eat meat. And then you eating a living thing. And meat eaters said, like y'all in a different, plants are alive too. You eating living things too. So it was kind of fun the way he's talking about he heard the voices of the plants. But Carl and some security roll up. And they roll up and basically said, listen, y'all done fucked up and Mel down there motherfucking died and all that stuff. So he need to come with us. The captain want to speak to him. And so they came at Dale, you know, kind of aggressive like. And so with Dale, he gonna motherfucker act accordingly. And that's what Dale acted accordingly. I think he done killed about 2 or 3 of them guards. And the only way to knock him out was Carl shot him with a tranquilizer. And so they end up back in Thale's prison cube. And the sexy captain is there. And he basically tells them, like, you put him offline so I can run some tests. If not, he getting the fuck off the ship. And so Dale spills the tea about the 5 extra months that they're gonna have to be out there so they could excuse me, y'all, so they could get in contact with the Volcrons. And Agatha like, I can't do no 5 extra months. And Carl's like, we ain't going nowhere until we do these 5 extra months. And so that happens. They drug Dale, and you know, he goes out. Lumi goes to check on Mel. Mel, listen, my poor girl, Mel, she holding a piece of a calcite and all that stuff. She try to get herself centered back together. She's disturbed and all that. So you can tell she been crying. She ain't used to feeling like that. And all that stuff. And Lumi comes to check on her. And Mel's like she feel helpless. She don't like feeling helpless. And so Lumi there, and she both and Lumi like, I ain't used to this kind of stuff. And Mel tell Lumi, help me feel not helpless. And so they get it on. And I'm like this, Mel, I love you, but you better not hurt Lumi. I love Lumi. You better not hurt her. And so that happens. Carl goes into the memory room again. And he tried to relive this memory of him and his daughter. But something ain't right. Because the memory ain't going like how it's supposed to. And so he basically tries to get up and basically said, that's not right. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. And so when the image of his daughter leaves his memory and is right there and it starts coming towards him. And he's crawling out the motherfucking room, right? And so when the girl is at the door of the memory room, her arm stretches for him. But he was able to shut the door and lock her in there. Purity motherfucking craziness. And so Carl confronts her again. And their history pops up. And he said, what's up with you and these goddamn L1 kids? Like that. And she said, oh, there you go. They go to True Carl, whatever. And they going back and forth. He said, this ain't got shit to do with our history or what happened between us. I'm like, what the hell happened between y'all? I'm like, what happened? They don't want to know what happened because something happened. What the fuck happened? And so, they going back and forth and everything. And so they go to see Dale because she's playing oblivious mom again. They go see he gone. Dale gone. Dale done left the fucking building. And so it's all pandemonium. It's all hands on deck. The security people, they trying to find him and all that stuff. Aries show up in the day and he said, listen, where he was, like, somebody done fuck with some of my cameras. And so I got blacked out spaces and some I can't see everywhere. So Carl's crew meet up again, and it's basically they got to find Dale before the captain's men find Dale. Because if the captain's men find Dale before they do, Dale is dead. Really, Dale ain't dead. Because Agatha said, y'all better come correct when y'all come to that boy. Because if not, it's going to be a bloodbath. Like that. So, while everybody's going whatever, they trying to find where Dale could be at, right? And so they asked Lumi the check or whatever. So Lumi hacks into the ship's computer again, but something happens to her. She gets attacked through the computer, and they trying to first of all they were gonna try to unhook her. Except for Rowan said, don't do that or you're going to lose her. And then they lose her, well, losing to the AI of the motherfucking ship. And so Mel is trying to talk to her, calm her down and stuff like that. And Lumi looks at her, touches her face and says, get out. And the way she said, get out. I was like, you know what, bitch? You only had to tell me one goddamn time. I'm out. And all that stuff. And she spazzes. And she comes to and jacks the thing out of her, right? And she hauls ass. She runs. And I'm like, baby, I don't blame you. I'd have ran too. And so Carl and Mel goes after her and shit. Try to go after her. Murphy is going around. Poor Murphy. Murphy gets done so wrong. And so Murphy goes and he got to go in the bowels of the ship to basically put the captain's all his computers, not computers, cameras online, right? And so while he's down there and doing that, there goes Theo. And so Murphy got a gun, little pistol, whatever. And so when he pulls the gun on Theo, it don't look like a gun, it look like a beating ass heart. So he drops the gun. And next thing you know, Murphy on fire. Murphy is on fire. Murphy is on motherfucking fire, y'all. So Mel is steadily looking for Lumi, right? Lumi done ran off, hid up in a corner. Carl catches Murphy, see him on fire, and he has to, you know, get the extinguisher and you know, try to take out the fire. And that's how it ends. This review long as the fuck. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's so much happening on this show, and I had to do a quick introduction and all that. Hopefully, my next review won't be that long and all that. I hope y'all be able to, you know, stay in there as long as you can. And all that stuff. But I like the show. The show is good. And I hope y'all like it too. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. So, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.